This isn't a black pill YouTube video. This is more like a 80-20 rule, entrepreneurial, motivating, productivity type YouTube video. So when I started lifting weights, I had a Google sheet. And I need to tell you guys this so you have some context onto what this principle is about. When I started lifting, I had this Google Sheets. I put down the workout that I did, like what muscles I hit, how much time it took, the intensity level 1 out of 10, how satisfied I was 1 out of 10, and if I skipped that day, I would put a reason. I did this every day. Did it for about 2-3 months. If I never made that sheet, if I never tracked my days, would it affect how much muscle I was building? And I'm pretty sure we both know the answer is no. I switched up the location so I could get more serious. If you add extra steps, you're just making it more complicated for yourself. In school, I see my homies and a lot of other dudes, like the majority of guys, like fix up their hair. Like they go in the mirror just to look at their hair, make sure they're... Guys, do you really think fixing up your hair and fixing the mistakes and looking in the mirror and going on Snapchat, fixing it up, do you think that's going to change whether or not girls find you attractive? No, because your hair is the same to everyone. So let's talk about the 80-20 rule. So the things that you do that are just minor fixes are a part of that 80% that give out 20% of the results. Another gym example is like the 20% of the things you do in the gym give out 80% of the muscular growth, and the 80% of the things that you do in the gym only give out 20% of the muscular growth. So that 20% literally all comes down to consistency and intensity. How many times a week are you going to the gym? How long are you in the gym for? How many sets do you do, etc.? Intensity, how hard are you training? It doesn't matter your program. It doesn't matter what gym you go to. It doesn't matter what equipment you have. It doesn't matter how many sets per muscle group per week. It doesn't matter how many grams of protein per pound of body. None of that bullshit matters, because that's the 80%. Is that cope? I don't know. That's the 80%. The 20% is how hard are you training? Because if you're training hard with a mediocre setup, with a mediocre workout routine, with mediocre diet, but if you train hard and you train often, you're going to get 80% of the, maybe even 99% of the muscles, because that's literally the most important thing. The most important thing is intensity and consistency in the gym. The rest is all cope, or maybe it's not cope, but I for sure know that it's the 80%, because the 80% leads to only the 20% of the results. In this case, muscular growth. Dude, let me give you guys another example. Let's say you're about to hang out with a chick, right? You see her on Instagram, you DM her, you talk to her for a couple, and you guys set up a little date, or maybe just a link, and you're about to meet up with her. Okay, what do? What is the 20%? What is the 20% of the most important things that you need to get ready for in order to make this date successful? Whether that be, ending in a entanglement. What comes to my mind? Make sure your hygiene is on point, meaning you smell good, your face is clean, your teeth are clean, your mouth, your breath smells good. So hygiene is very important. And make sure you're confident. Those are basically the most important. Like how well you dress, how your hair looks in the mirror, like I talked about earlier, in the little fucking mistake. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay, I could look like this, nobody cares. Nobody knows the difference. So how you dress, the way your hair looks, what you have on. So what clothes you have on doesn't matter. The way your hair looks doesn't matter. The personality you have doesn't really matter. As long as it's, respectful. You could have whatever personality type you want. It don't matter. Just has to be respectful, and it has to be attractive. You could have whatever the fuck personality you want. It just has to be a good personality. What you say during the date doesn't matter. How you greet her doesn't really matter. What car you pull up in doesn't matter. What shoes you have on doesn't really matter. Where the date is doesn't really matter. The only thing, the main things that matter is your hygiene and your confidence. Because if you're all shy and you're like this, and you're not speaking clearly, and you're shaking, and you're all nervous, she's gonna think you're a little bitch. Like, what kind of a man are you if you're fucking nervous to go on a date with a chick? You have to be confident. You have to speak with her with masculinity and you have to make sure your hygiene's on point, and then you're good. All the little details and the tips and tricks, like look her in the eyes, and if she looks at you in the triangle pattern, she's attracted to you. Fake a stretch, and then that's the 80, bro. You don't want to do the 80. Do the 20. When you're going out with a chick, do the 20. When you're in the gym, do the 20. When you're learning, when you're reading, when you're doing on your business, when you're in school, when you're doing your homework, do the 20. Everything that you do that's pretty important to you, like sleeping, getting ready to go to bed, or meditating, or whatever the fuck, because the bottom 80% only gives out 20% of the results. Remember, guys, take anything I say ever, anyone ever says, anytime anyone says anything, take it with a grain of salt. The 80-20 rule, do the 20. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'll catch y'all boys later.